Hi everyone. So today we're going to be talking about your finances while you're at university and what you need to do to prepare for it. So one of the first things that you're going to need to do is apply for student finance. You can do this online. Everything I'm going to be talking about will have links within the description or comments section of this video. So you will need to go online and you will need to apply for student finance. Now what happens is you will have to fill in some details. You will have to work out which course that you want to go for, which university you want to go for, because they're going to need all that information. Once you've applied for all of this, they will then send the information to the university. So don't worry if you get the amount wrong, if you don't know how much it is or anything like that. They will confirm with the university and then pay them the amount that they need for it. So basically you can get up to £9,250 per year. So that's per year, not for the whole course, that's per year for your course, whether it's part-time or full-time. Mine were around £6,000-ish a year. So once you've done your student finance, there will be a few bits of information that you need to send off, like things like am I eligible to be in the UK, things like that. You can still claim the same amount if you're a EU citizen, so it doesn't matter if you don't live here, if you're coming over here for university. So that's still the same. Also, there are things like childcare grants that you can get while you're studying. If you need to put your children in a nursery, private day nursery, childminder, anything like that, you can get money, and it depends on how many children you've got really. It'll be a set, I think it's around up to around £180 to £200 a week for 2 children. Now you can get that if you have a child under 15 or if you have a child that's under 17 with a disability, which is really good, I think. And you do not have to pay that back. That is on top of everything else that you will be able to claim for whilst you're at university. If you have a disability and you're at university and there are things that you need, like medical, if you have medical needs, you can actually get up to £20,000 a year for you to be able to go to university and do your studying. So if you need things, adjustments to equipment, if you need things that are to do with lighting or to do with sound or anything like that, they're very inclusive, so they want you to be able to still have the same opportunities to go to university and study like everybody else. So they've put aside this amount of money, and it is on a sliding scale. It depends what your needs are, which university you go to, things like that. So that is that side of it. So also, whilst you are at university, if you have a disability, you can get things like laptops. You can get money for laptops. You can get money for books, because you might struggle to go to the library and find these books. If you have dyslexia or you are dyspraxic, things like that, you should be able to get some extra financial support, and not only that, practical support with your assignments, but that's another thing. The university that I went to had money. The university has a pocket of money, well, bucket of money really, and you can apply to that, and I'm sure it is based on your household income, but it's up to the amount. I think right now is round about the 42,000 mark. So if you and your partner earn under that amount per year, you can then claim for free money from the university. This was through the Lifelong Learning Centre that I got mine, and that's free. It's totally free. You don't have to pay it back. You get it put into your bank account. You will get a certain amount around Christmas, and then a certain amount around February, and then another part instalment of it in May. So that's per year, so you need to keep applying for that every year. There's also something called a hardship fund. I had to access this when there was something going on with my partner's job, so we he changed jobs, and I actually got extra financial support to be able to continue my studying whilst I had to sort of put money into the bills and stuff, extra money into that while he was changing over jobs. So I got a bit more money on top of it. You'll need to apply for that. You've got to prove things like bank statements, pay slips, things like that. But overall, it's a pretty easy thing. And if you're there for a few years, once you've sort of set up this student finance, you will just keep applying like every year. I usually did it around Easter time because it gets quite busy and there's a lot of new students starting sort of like after you get all your exams and stuff like from school and stuff like that. So I always did it in April time, and it gave me enough time if I needed to send off extra information and things like that. So this is the financial side of it, because it is a massive thing. And when I speak to people, the biggest thing is, oh, I don't want to get into debt, and oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to have all this money that I'm going to have to pay back. Well, you don't have to pay it back until you earn over £25,000 a year. Well, it's actually £25,725. So if you hit that threshold, you will start paying back part of your student finance. Now, if you do that and then you decide, oh, I'm going to have a baby or whatever, or I'm going to decide to go part-time and I'm going to earn less than that, it stops taking it off of your wage. It'll stop. So if you drop below that threshold, the payments don't carry on just because you've hit that threshold before. It's going to drop back down again. Now, it's a certain percentage of however much you're earning. So like I said before, there's various links to this video, so you just have a little scan through it. If you need any extra help, I can have a look for you. I can help you out in any way that I can. But yeah, don't worry about the student finance. Don't worry about the financial stuff. Yes, it's hard to get into the way of thinking about it and reapplying every year, because you're going to have to do that for all sorts of different things. But if you keep at it and keep going for it, nothing should stop you from going to university. Definitely not finances, because they want people in there that are going to complete their courses. Especially if you're a mature student, you're there because you want to be there. You're not there because mummy and daddy have made you go there straight from high school. You're there because there's something in you that makes you want to go to university and you want to complete something. Be proud of yourself. You're not being like forced into it by anyone, or you're just choosing some random maths course because you want to do the university life and live in halls and all that sort of stuff. You're there and you're juggling a lot of different things while you're at university. If you're a mature student, if you have children, you've got bills to pay, mortgage to pay, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, don't worry about finances. If you are worrying about it, have a look at the links that I've got, but also speak to your university. There will be somebody dedicated to be able to talk you through all these things. You'll be able to go into the university. I went to Lifelong Learning Centre and I sat down with somebody and was like, right, I earn this and this, my partner earns this, I've got to pay for this for the children, swimming lessons, dancing, football, blah, blah, blah. And I sat down with him and it was amazing. It was just like, listen, you don't even need to worry about it. Do you know how many people come in that are mature students and stuff like that they're able to do all these courses, and it's absolutely fine. So don't worry about it. If you're not to the stage of actually you don't know which course you want to go for, so you don't know how much it is or anything like that, it depends on the intensity. Is it part-time, is it full-time? Just go into like an open day at university and then ask to speak to somebody about the financial side of it. They're great. They're really supportive. They really want to get you in there and see what you can achieve while you're at university. If you need more information about the financial stuff, then I can gladly give you more information in any other way that I possibly can. Bye.